This is a look at the races on ITV for Saturday the 17th of January. And they come, of course, at ASCOT and at HAYDOCK. This will point you in the right direction, hopefully, of a few chicken dinners for Saturday evening. Now, we start off with the 140. This is the Mayor's Hurdle. You've got Dan Skelton, who's won this race 3 from the last 4 years, represented by the second favourite at the moment, Nurse Susan, who I suspect will go favourite tomorrow. You've got Sunset Marquesa, who finished behind Nurse Susan last time. There's only a £4 turnaround there, and I suspect that will not be enough to change the result. Joy Ush has not been at the best this season. 3 runs this season have not been that great. Won't mind the soft. And then you're looking at the main danger, which comes from Jamie Snowden and La Conqueree, who done a big step up winning at Newbury last time. 7-year-old, so more improvement in the locker. But I just think Nurse Susan has got the one to do this on Saturday. In the 220, the handicap chase, a 2 mile 5 furlong race. Well, this is a toughie, which I probably won't get involved with. You've got Vincenzo, who was second to Genglooney last time at Cheltenham, racing post rating of 144. Very consistent. You've got Bad, who interestingly has no headgear. One without the headgear on debut or coming back from a long break. And the last 2 runs have not been that great with headgear on. It does seem to run best fresh. Hitman carries 12 stone 2. Neon Moon, that won't be winning. That's a plodder. So Scarface, in a sort of mediocre handicap for ASCOT standards of 220, who is £4 better off with Avalon. And I'm not sure if Athlon will like the headgear again. You can never tell. So I did think that Scarface, not ridden by El Pacino, Scarface would go well in the 220. Now, in terms of the 253, another sort of handicap which is pretty tricky. Surrey Lord is undoubtedly the improver in this field. Came from nowhere. Be good to be alive last time at Hereford. Not sure about the strength of that form. Tripoli Flyer, that horse is better right-handed. And there was no disgrace in finishing behind Sergino and Alamba the last couple of times. This is a much easier test for Tripoli Flyer, who could go very well for Fergal O'Brien. But the one I do like here is March Allegra, who's an each-way alternative at a nice price. Will go up in distance this time round for Jamie Snowden, which I think will suit. It's a future chaser. And you watch the mistake it made last time at Sandown. It made a pretty awful mistake, but still managed to finish second. So I thought March the Egler, about 10s I think, a nice each way in the 253. In the 330, you've got the Clarence House. This is a fascinating contest. This time last year, Fizzle Arc was rated 108. It's now rated 158. Although I think it's just tremendous placing by the Skeltons. It beat last time a horse, Saint Segal, who's not a 2 miler, it's a 2.5 miler. Never looked in any danger, led from start to finish. There's no doubt Skelton will try to lead, probably will. But you're up against here John Bon and especially El Atit Temps. Now, John Bon is reaching the prime old age of, is now a 10-year-old, and there's not much improvement in the locker. But El Atit Temps, well, that's improving. That beat John Bon more last time than it did last year at Sandown. And I can't believe the price. It is odds on, but it should be bigger, in my opinion. Bigger odds on. El Temps in the 330, who will take all the beating. Now, you've got the 125 at Haydock. Old Park Star. That is potentially a very good horse for Nicky Henderson against Hurricane Pat. I think this is a big step up for Japetus and Soldier Reeves, who's got to find with Hurricane Pat anyway. And Old Park Star, another odds-on shot. And the price that it's being offered at, okay, you're not going to get rich back in odds-on, but Old Park Star should be winning this quite easily if it has any Cheltenham aspirations. Old Park Star, when Nickel de Boinville rides Old Park Star. Interesting to see how Harry Cobden gets on with John Bon, going back to that in the 330. And the Haydock 2 o'clock, this is the Peter March chase. You've got Royal Pagal here under top weight, but it just loves Haydock. And I think Royal Pagal could go very well. We're yet to see Venetia Williams really step forward this season. And at some point she's going to. Don't know when, but I thought Royal Pagal was a good each way. I think it finishing the first 2. You've got Maya Town here Is this another overhyped horse? We will find out. The training form is not great. He's got 1 out of 22, Lucinda Russell and Michael Scudamore. Confusion, that has been improving. Beat Marble Sands last time very convincingly, and the 8-year-old can throw in the odd dodgy jump, Confusion, but it is a potential national horse. You've got Johnny Who, I hear you say, well, that's frustrating, needs everything to fall right. Got going too late last time. If everything goes right for Johnny Who, that could go well. But I made this down between Confusion and Royal Pagal in the 2 o'clock. 2:35, not much interest to me. I did think that Kantara could go well. So all in all, pretty good racing on Saturday. I did think that Nurse Susan in the 140, Scarface in the 220, and March Allegra each way in the 253 at Ascot, Ella Temps, however far you want in the 330, and the obvious Old Park Star in the 125 at Haydock. Couldn't make up my mind between Confusion and Royal Pagal in the 2 o'clock, and 2:35. I felt Kantara could run well. That's the brief look at Ascot and Haydock for Saturday, the 17th of January. Hope that point you in the right direction. All the best.